Hey everybody, I'm Lucid Faith, and today I want to do a beginner's guide to crafting in Final Fantasy XIV. Let's jump in. Now jumping in, let's first discuss what classes there actually are for crafting in this game. Well, there's 8 of them. There's the Alchemist, Armor, Blacksmith, Carpenter, Culinarian, the cook, Goldsmith, Leatherworker, and Weaver. Now, unlike a lot of MMOs out there, the game does not make you choose one or two. Instead, just like with the combat system, you can do all of the crafting classes on one character. It's just as simple as switching a class. Now, when you're starting out, you'll need to unlock these. To do that, you'll need to find the guild of the crafting class that you want to become, talk to the receptionist, and it's a few simple click-through quests. Now, if you're interested in any class in particular, link down below in the description that will lead you to the wiki with all of these crafting classes, and you'll be able to look up exactly where they are and how to get there. Now, there is one requirement to doing this, and that is you have to be able to change classes. To change classes, you have to be at least level 10 in your original class you started the game with, and completed that class quest, the level 10 class quest. Once that's done though, you're good to go. Alright, so once you have actually unlocked your class, how do you use it? Well, what you're going to do first is open up your crafting log. So come on down to your logs in your menu, click on it, then go ahead and head up to crafting log. Default shortcut for this on computer is N. Click on that and this pops up. Now this menu is really cool because it will be used across all of your crafting classes. Anything you actually have unlocked, you can actually click between and check out the different recipes for each one. Now, a few different notes. On the left side, you do have your recipe ranges, or you can actually look at special recipes as well as you unlock those. In the middle is all of your actual recipes, and you can click on each one to get a bit of an understanding of what it requires on the right. So, if we go ahead and take a look at this guy in particular. This is undyed linen. Now, if we look here on the right, we'll see a few things. One, we'll see it requires lightning shards. Now, these shards are usually given out by the quests that you complete as your class quest as a crafter, so I've never really needed to farm them, ever. But if you need to get more shards, these elemental shards you need for all of the crafting, you can gather them with your gathering skills, or you can buy them from other players and that kind of such. Now, further down, you'll see the actual materials needed for your finished product. In this case, we need linen yarn. We need 2 of them, indicated by that 2 on the left. On the right is the kind of fun part though. We see 2 columns. We have an NQ column and an HQ column. That stands for normal quality and high quality. In Final Fantasy XIV, there are 2 standards of quality, normal and high. High, basically just higher stats in any context. If you have a choice between normal and high, you'll want to take the high quality. Now, what's cool though is when you're crafting, having high quality materials to work with makes you more likely to craft a high quality finished product. So right now, these 2 lower numbers underneath these 2 large yellow numbers are what I have in my current possession, right? So I currently have 36 pieces of normal quality and 2 high quality items. If I wanted to switch those over, I could just by clicking on the numbers themselves, and it switches up to whatever you need. Now, if you look up here on the top right, you'll see this quality number change as you adjust how many high quality versus low quality items or normal quality items that you'll be using. Now, once you're ready to actually craft, you have all your materials, go ahead and hit the Synthesize button. That'll make this menu appear. Now, don't be overwhelmed. Again, all of the crafting classes are the same. So once you learn how to craft one of them, you know how to craft with all of them. So let's go over what we see here. First off, on the left-hand side, we have a durability meter. Now, this, in my opinion, is the most important bar you'll be managing, because if this bar hits 0 before you finish, you have failed and you will not get any kind of crafted item. So that is our limiting factor. Next up is our progress bar. Our progress bar is how far we are along in our project. Once this completely fills up, the project is done and is considered successful. Cool, so we need to hit that before the durability runs out. Now the last bar here is quality. This quality bar is how much of a chance you'll have at getting a high quality item. Starts out at 1%, you can actually get it to 100%. So how do we interact with this stuff? Well, you have 3 types of actions. First types of actions are actions that increase your progress bar. Second type of action are actions that increase your quality bar. And then the third type of actions are utility actions. Now these can be buffs or different things that could affect, but don't directly affect quality or progress. The other thing on this menu to look at is the calculations button. If you click on that, you'll get a nice menu that pops up and it shows you numerally what's going to happen when you click a button. So if you actually look at the item description, action description of one of your abilities, say basic synthesis, it says increases progress, efficiency 120%, success rate 100%. That's good and all, but what does it actually do? Well, if we come over to the calculations, it says that 120% efficiency, which is what it normally is when you use it, increases progress by 122. So because of my level and my gear, it would go up, make this bar go up to 122. Well, we only need 55 to actually finish this craft, so it would just finish it. So let's see that now. So hit basic synthesis, and we have synthesize a bolt, and we got lucky that it was a high quality item. We know it was a high quality item because of the icon there next to it. Okay, y'all, next thing I want to talk about is the condition right here. Now, condition is the current state of whatever item you're working on. Now, there are 4 possible conditions: or normal, good, and excellent. So right now we have a good condition. Now if you mouse over it, it tells you that quality, increases your quality are 1.5 times higher than normal. So basically, whenever you use a touch action or something that would increase the quality bar, it's gonna increase it further. So you want to capitalize on that. Now later on, as you're leveling, you will get a few different skills that are only accessible when the condition is good or excellent. So it's another factor you'll have to take into play when you're actually doing it. This is much more of an interactive system than just hit one button and let the craft complete. So if we hit basic touch here, it'll jump up quite a bit. Now notice the durability is starting to go down. By default, every action you do takes away 10 durability. Again, if this hits 0 before this progress bar fills, we fail our craft. So let's show that off. I'm gonna do another basic touch. It hits 0, so your synthesis fails. You get nothing, nada. You lose the materials, you don't get any experience, that's it. So that's why I say the durability is the most important bar that you have to manage. Okay, y'all, now let's talk about stats. Crafters have their own gear sets just like everyone else, and they have their own stats that matter to them. So let's talk about those. For crafting, we have craftsmanship, which increases the amount of progress in a single step of synthesis. So again, these are going to be your stuff that increase your progress bar actually completing your task. Higher your craftsmanship, the easier that will be. Next up is control. Your control stat directly affects your quality meter and how fast that moves up. Higher the control stat, the higher the chance you'll be able to make high quality items. Cool. So when you're looking at your actual gear, under the bonuses, you'll see bonuses to control and craftsmanship. Now, what the other big thing you'll need to look at is for your jewelry for bonuses to CP. Now, CP down here is basically your mana bar, but for crafting, it's your crafting points. The more crafting points you have, the more abilities you'll be able to use to help you get the job done. And managing your crafting points is going to be pretty important. So make sure that you're trying to keep your gear up to date as you're crafting, because it really does make a huge difference. And y'all, if you want more tips on how to level your crafting classes quickly, I would recommend checking out my video on that. Link in the corner card and in the description down below. But this concludes my video on Beginner's Guide to Crafting in Final Fantasy XIV. If you enjoyed, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. And again, I'm Lucid. If you want to talk about this or anything else, I do stream on Twitch every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, starting at 6 o'clock Central. Would love for you to stop by. But last thing, I want to remind each and every one of you that you matter. I'll see you in the next one.